What's up, my people? You are watching another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, and I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Well, the subject matter of the day is I usually specialize in speaking about the youth, and they are going to be in the subject matter because, as you know, my subject matters are always geometrically spoken about. I'm always trying to teach about thinking geometrically. But right now, I want to start with the Laker Nation. I want to talk about my Lakers, man. And it's not good news for Laker Nation, as everybody probably heard about, as by now. As I told you in my last video, Kawhi Leonard was not coming to the LA Lakers. I told everybody that, and I already know it because the way he was dragging shit out, because it was really a sabotage move to make the Lakers. No, it was a concerted effort of the media and Kawhi Leonard and his camp to sabotage the Lakers as far as getting any key players that was in free agency this year. And this is why they had Kawhi Leonard, and this is the reason why they had Kawhi Leonard drag it out. As you notice that when free agency hit last Sunday, by Monday, every key player that was in free agency was signed. And this hasn't happened in free agency in like 20 years. But every free agent was already signed by Monday. It opened up that last Sunday, and by that Monday night, all the players were already signed. All the key players and free Al Horford, and many other players. But that's not really what really bothers me about this situation. What really bothers me about this situation is, like I said, the media is keyed up on making sure that the Lakers don't get. I think they grabbing players, and they like I said, they using this stage as the modern day stage for the public lynching of black men. And I think the one they trying to lynch right now is LeBron James. So that he won't be, like I said, the white man is always trying to kill people's legacy. So they don't want nobody to be as great as Jordan, because Jordan went out a winner. So when the white man, when he see our history, part of our history, he uses that example that Jordan came through, and he uses that door to shut in everybody's face that comes along after him. So yeah, this is deeper than just basketball. This is why I'm always talking, because I know you have to have your third eye open to even know what I'm talking about here. You got to peep the little moves that, for the sake of white supremacy. And I'm starting to figure out the fact that Kawhi Leonard is not only, he was not only helping sabotage the Lakers, which is understandable because he was planning on going to a different team. But a few videos ago, when he was in the championship, I noticed that he was wearing a certain shirt. He had a shirt on that had an owl on it. An owl, OWL, an owl. And and those who possess the third eye, who have done their research on that owl, they know what that owl sign means, because Drake wears it, because Drake has, his father was part of the Illuminati. His father was one of the main musicians back in the day. Well, that's a whole nother video. But Drake wears that owl on most of his sweatshirts because he represents the Illuminati. And when I seen Kawhi Leonard wearing that shirt, And he had his fingers to his mouth like this. And that's another sign that they use in Illuminati when you are sworn to an oath of secrecy. So I'm like, and it's not really hitting me because he's striking, because what's throwing people off about this man is the fact that he's humble, he's quiet, but if you listen to him talk, but if you really listen to him talk, he's of the street. He's one of these street niggas out here who ain't got much intelligence, and I think that's why he really don't talk a lot. But the fact of the matter is, it's not through this situation right here. This no, not I'm not even mad that we didn't get him. What I'm mad about is the fact that I'm starting to figure out the fact that Jeannie Buss is a fucking airhead bitch who don't know what she's doing with this team. This is what I'm starting to figure out. She's a fucking airhead. And Rob Pelinka is the same type of motherfucker. And what really like had me irritated, you know what I'm saying? If I'm just a man who's not dealing in that profession, and I can see the fact that these niggas are trying to if they trying to play the Lakers, if you think geometrically, if you're supposed to be a professional, if you're supposed to be a billionaire, no, billionaires don't become billionaires by being stupid. But Jeannie Buss, she inherited her shit from Jerry Buss, who inherited his shit from whoever. You feel me? It ain't like she built the empire and she was smart. Nah. I'm starting to figure out she's an airhead bitch. And she don't know what the fuck she's doing. But that's another story. What's the thing that's I'm talking about here is that if I'm not in the profession of the basketball world, I'm not in the NBA, I'm not part of the association, I'm not part of the administration, or none of that. If I could stand out here from the outside looking in and see that these niggas are actually playing the Lakers, trying to drag shit out until everybody gets signed, and Kawhi Leonard is trying to drag everything out until everybody gets signed. I mean, my deepest intuition told me that. So if you're a professional and you telling me you could not see that, they need to remove your ass from the top of the top of the ranks, man. Because it's not the fact that we didn't get Kawhi that bothers me. It's the fact of what's going to happen in the future. You can see what's about to happen in the future. If the NBA and the media feel like they can play, if they feel like they can play Jeannie Buss and they feel like they can play these niggas like stupid idiots, you can see what's going to happen in the future, man. Because that's what they did. And throughout this whole free agency, they left these niggas in the gutter to pick out the garbage can. I mean, I'm not mad about the fact that they got my boy back, the center that they got. I liked him. My man JaVale McGee, they signed him back. I was happy. I'm glad that they kept him. No, because I think they made a big mistake when they let Brook Lopez go. And they should have got him back. But I ain't gonna speak on that. But I'm glad that they kept JaVale McGee. They kept this dude called Caldwell Pope. I don't know what's up with him. His father must be in the mob because they should have been got rid of that fool. But he was under a contract. He had a good ass contract. Well, his representative must be really representing him right, because he had a hell of a contract where they could not let this fool go. They had to pay that nigga over $30 million the last 2 years. So this year they probably told the nigga, man, we're gonna sign you for 2 years. We're gonna give you, I think they gave the nigga like 16 million or something like that. They gave Danny Green, they got this fool Danny Green for 30 million for 2 years, which I don't even think he's worth. Idiot ass moves like that. And then they got who they got back? They got JaVale McGee back. They got your boy they signed JaVale McGee, Caldwell Pope, Troy Daniels, JaVale McGee, whoever, whatever. But now, they left picking out the garbage. These niggas, I mean, it was like, come on, man. You should have been spread that 32 million around before you even started listening. Once this nigga went past the third day, I would have been like, fuck him, man. Let's just go a different direction, man. We can't afford to wait for that nigga. Not in this type of free agency, man. Because now you know what happened? All the teams that you niggas was thinking about beating last year, you don't even have to think about beating them no more. The Lakers don't even have, they got to start thinking about beating the Clippers. Now they got to start thinking about beating Dallas. All these niggas got stronger. And when you supposed to be a professional, you supposed to be able to think geometrically, man. And that's the shit that scares me about this airhead ass bitch Jeannie Buss, man. She supposed to be the owner of the team, but she inherited this shit. And usually a father wouldn't even leave they shit to a woman of that. No, she's just an airhead ass fucking chick, man. And she strikes me as a person who don't know what the hell she's doing. Rob Pelinka is the same way, man. So moving on. No, that's a I just want to talk to. That's a little food for thought for the Laker Nation, man. No, I don't know what. No, I'm glad we got LeBron James and AD. But my thing is, we should have moved on. We should have been moved on with. No, I say fuck this dude, man, because sooner or later the karma's gonna come back around to that fool anyway, man. I got a bad feeling about that fool anyway. But it's gonna come out in the open. You niggas gonna see it in the future. Not only did he went and started recruiting Paul George to go to the Clippers with him, which was an amazing move. But that move right there told you that he was sabotaging the Lakers at the same time. He was recruiting Paul George. But it's all good, baby, because we still got the Lakers and we still got LeBron and AD. And JaVale McGee is I love that dude, man. He's a scorer, an underrated scorer that a lot of people don't even understand. A lot of people don't understand what he was doing at Oregon when he was back in the day. When he was the man, but he caught injuries. But now he's back in effect. You feel me? And I like him. I'm glad they kept him. Caldwell Pope. I'm cool. Kuzma, yeah, I like that fool. So we gonna have an amazing team. Don't sleep. I'm not grieving about shit. We gonna have an amazing team, and we going deep into the playoff. The Clippers ain't really gonna fuck with us. That's where Kawhi Leonard made his mistake, man. See, he didn't even have to recruit Paul George because Lou Williams is an amazing point guard himself. What you gonna do with that nigga? Hide him in the overshadow him with Paul George, which was a big mistake. But I'm gonna let them figure that one out. They gonna do their thing this year, but so are the Lakers, and we still gonna be the champs we still gonna be the niggas of the West Coast, baby. You can believe that if you can't believe nothing else. So go Lakers, baby. But Jeannie Buss, man, you need to hand that team over to somebody who know what they doing. Because obviously you niggas don't know what the fuck y'all doing. With that being said, we're going to move on to a different note, man. Because I'm basically out here in Baltimore visiting my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's her birthday coming Monday, July 8th. It's all love, baby. I gotta see my babies, man. And then I'm I was walking past motherfucking well, I was just walking. I was walking past the church, man, and I was thinking, I'm like, yo, you look at people, what I'm saying, who go to church, man, it's like a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how when you in the South, you can, people where they claim to be Christians and they just be the most evilest people in the world. You see these niggas at church, they got all these cars and plain clothes on. These niggas don't know shit though. Like I told you, a lot of people in religion, they will not open up that Bible, that Torah, or that Quran. You know why? Because we're living in a day, in a time where we bear witness into the days of revelations. And in this day and time, like I said, people have been subdued by money. Yeah. They assess each other. No, it was prophesied that this was going to happen in this day and time, where we're going to live in a day and time where people assess you on the things that you have, not the things that you know. So now we living in a day and time where, Christians ain't really Christians, Muslims ain't really Muslims, and Jews are not really Jews. It's amazing to watch when you're dealing with your third eye, and you're not part of that matrix. You're not part of that that world where people have a hard time distinguishing fantasy from reality, and you see things from reality from a real point of view. Man, it's like being caught in an insane asylum, and all the insane people are looking at you like you're the crazy one. They laughing at you like you're the crazy one. This is what we live in. And all the righteous people, we get viewed as those who are crazy. We get viewed as those who don't know what we're doing. And all of the sheeple, all of the sheeple are looking up to the thugs and the gangsters and the politicians and to all of these evil motherfuckers as their shepherds. It's amazing to watch. They worship the very ones who are victimizing them. Yeah, it's amazing to watch. And I was sitting up here thinking, I was like, what's the problem here? Even though we know that we are bear witnessing to the days of revelations, we have a plethora of problems. And basically, I'm not just speaking about my people, I'm speaking about don't think because white people is an exception. Because if you look at them, you will see that like I'm right here in Baltimore right now. The dope game and the heroin trade is amazingly snatching the lives of white people. That dope game is killing white men to the point where they are walking away from their families financially embarrassed, man. They don't even want to be around them because white people are different from black people. You got a lot of these black dudes who are dope fiends. These niggas could be around their kids. They'll pass that shit down to their children. See, but white men, when they get into a disposition and a situation where they know that they are less, they feel like they less than the man, they don't want to be around their kids, and that's how you rightfully supposed to feel. So they walk away from their family. Them niggas are gone. Now you starting to see a lot of single white mothers who are pushing strollers out here. If you can't see it, all you gotta do is go to these dating websites. You go to these dating websites, man, you see millions of these chicks, man. All these chicks that you see out in the streets that won't give you time of day and won't give you time of day and act like they all of that. All you gotta do is go on the dating websites. You see all of these chicks, man, with 4, 5 kids, no men around. But they in the streets, they act like they all that. They put on a facade like they you know they I'm driving a big boy toy. I'm doing because you know why? They don't give a fuck about nothing now but work, home, fucks up, party. This is all they think about now. This is what they caught up by. Being at home watching half-hour shows like Lucifer getting turned on to the devil, eating GMOs all day, or they get to go out, drink, suck, and fuck. That's the only type of life they want, man. And then they go to church on Sunday and act like they Christians. I was rolling by a church when I on my way back here, man. I seen all these fools. They sitting up, acting like they got suits on and shit. These niggas is like 6 days a week. These niggas is fucking knee deep in sin and don't know what a Christian mean if they stepped on the word, man. Yeah, and I mean, like it's like a fashion show up in there. Niggas don't know shit. Everybody come there to see who's dressed the best, who got the best cars, who got the best shoes on. The women come there to see who got the fattest ass. When basically, this is what a lot of people don't understand. Our people are basically dying slowly, man. You see a lot of these women, they caught up on, basically, just, they don't even want men no more because these niggas, they get women and they take them to the gutter. In cities like, we watching cities like Baltimore, in cities like New York, cities like LA, black people stick out their chest, all dignified, like they actually fucking raising their children, and their children got bright futures. But if you're looking from the outside looking in, when you're trying to go to these big cities and raise children, your children don't have half a chance if you're a single parent. Then they barely got 70% of a chance if they got a father in their life. Cause now you got these gang niggas, they helping the white man break down the black family structure too. Because that's part of their recruitment method. Is to make the kid think that nobody cares about him. So they'll say, yo, join us, we'll be your family. Yeah. And the kids are sitting up in the house with no guidance, man, and they ain't learning shit, man. The mothers can't help them with their homework because most of the mothers can't think past 4th grade, past 5th grade. Because by right in this day and time, kids are learning algebra and geometry by 8th grade. So the mothers are too ashamed to tell a kid that they don't know. So what they'll tell the kids, man, go ahead out there. I ain't got time for that shit right now. That's what these ignorant chicks do. Yeah. So the kids sit in the house all day, twiddling their thumbs, watching TV, a bunch of nothing. While the white man putting all type of devilish shows on TV, integrating and infiltrating their mental. But yet you tell me that The Walking Dead is laughing at me? The joke is not on me, man. The joke is on us. This is what you gotta understand, man. You're not winning against me. You are not winning at all. We are not winning at all. This is why I told you, from the outside looking in, black men and black women need to detox from having relationships with each other, man. Because the black women, they think they slick. Like I told you, you cannot beat disloyalty out of them, and you cannot beat loyalty into them. And they emulate the image of the beast. This is why they say the woman, besides money, the woman is Satan's favorite tool against man. Because they are the image of the beast. And that image is the persistent rebel. This is why you see a lot of black women say, I don't need no man. And they'll tell their kids, I'm your mother and I'm your father. Real talk. Not understanding that from a kid's point of view, from a child's point of view, you can't be my father. You can't raise a boy to be a man. And these chicks are so bitter towards men now from what all of these niggas did to them. When they having a son, they raise a son, they feminizing them. This is why you see the homosexuals are getting younger and younger in the black race. Because not only are the white people pushing the gay agenda down our throats through the curriculum of the schools and everywhere else, but you got a bunch of these niggas who are child molesters. Their mothers, so a lot of the niggas sleep on women. Women are child molesters too. Real talk. A lot of these niggas are rapists, pedophiles, and a lot of these women will feel on. I seen them feel on their kids too, man. Real talk, man. This is why I say the black man and the black woman has to detox until we clean out the diseases that's in their hearts and their minds. And that's the disease called self-hatred. Real talk, man. You see these niggas putting on a facade in public like they love each other, man. When I just laugh at these fools, man. Because a lot of these chicks, they do not like these niggas, man. Because you can look at them and they got bad habits that they mother passed down to them. They don't clean up. These niggas come in, they run through your shit and they won't think about replacing that shit or nothing. It's like a lot of chicks, what happens is a lot of these chicks, they get these thug niggas and they pick these street niggas and these gang member niggas and they think they could actually get a nigga and think that they could change him into what they want him to be, shape and mold them into something new because they hide behind their status quo. They hide behind their jobs and think they could control niggas. But when by the time they find out that this nigga ain't gonna change, when they find out that shit, it's too late. Because this nigga done went from the gentleman and now she found out that she's stuck with a monster. That's what happens to a lot of these chicks, man, that get abused and all that shit out here. Especially out cities like Baltimore, these niggas, they are rough on chicks. LA, New York, all of these niggas I would say 90% of the black families out here got at least one pedophile or rapist in it, man. That's how bad it's gotten. Because the more you embrace the white man's ways, the further away from God you become. So that's what the white man invented all that shit. So due to the fact that a lot of black people, they love their enemy, man. These niggas are in love with white people. He can have dick all in their ass, and they will still jump up to defend that nigga, to defend their slave master. Real talk. They will jump up to this. You gotta kill these niggas before you get to the real fight, man. These niggas love their master. To the point where they'll hand their children over right into their hands, saying, I don't know what to do with them. Hey, can you think you can fix it, master? And he say, okay, yeah, I can fix it. I got something that'll fix their ass. That's what his mind, because white people, they love that shit. So they get hold of your children. They give them a little job. It's the same thing they do in Africa. They create your demise. Then they flush you out of the hands of your own people into their hands and make you think that they saved your life. Give you a few crumbs. You give a nigga a few crumbs and he think you saved his life, he becomes your most dedicated servant. And that's what happens with the black people out here in Baltimore. The white man been doing these niggas dirty for years. I'm talking about at least 50, 60, 70 years, man. The dope game has been running rampant through this city for years. That show, The Wire, that shit don't even explain this shit up out here. Real talk. The white man been doing these niggas dirty for years and they still love their master. Real talk. And and it's not just in Baltimore. Like I said, I'm a well-traveled person, man, and I done been damn near through to all of the states in the United States and 2 countries outside of the United States, man. Trust me, I've seen it in many places. No different than here than New York. Is no different here than LA. Is no different here than Chicago. Nah. Only difference is that it's probably a little more subtle here. They give these niggas a few jobs and know that these niggas they functional dope fiends. These niggas will still be sniffing dope, shooting dope until until all that shit perishes. These niggas a dope fiend can always be functional until he need that hit. See, but a dope fiend ain't never to be trusted. You can never trust a dope fiend because they'll kill their own mother when they need that hit. Real talk. And the white man is included. That dope game is tearing white men ass out the frame right now. This is the only time. This is the only time they'll bring that shit on the TV. Is when it start happening to white people. The other day I was watching a show. 2 politicians was talking, and one of the politicians said, "Yo, I walked through the middle class neighborhood, and you know what I figured out? White people got black people's problems down." He said it just like that. He said, "I seen so many white women out here pushing strollers as single mothers that it was crazy." Because that's the karma that comes back around to them. When they try to kill the people like us, that shit comes back around to them, man. You can't kill us without killing yourself. And that's what's happening to them. That karma is gonna come back around to them, man. Their system is breaking down as we speak. That shit is crumbling as we speak. Last year, they had 556 stores closed down alone. All of this, the whole chain of the Sears chain, the Toys R Us chain, a bunch of them niggas closed down. So we might not be able to see it because white people are masters at putting on a facade like they doing great when their asses is crumbling. It's like the movie The Titanic when them 2 niggas was playing the violin as the ship was sinking. And then they was about to die. Them niggas they was still playing the music. That's how white people are, man. They go all the way to the end with their delusionals, with their delusion. Yeah. But people all over the world, you got countries all over the world like China, Russia, trying to see these niggas to their downfall. Real talk, because they can't stand to see. They know that these niggas are going around the world killing, robbing, raping, all that shit. That's all the white man ever did. Everything they got, they stole. From Starbucks to all that shit. Yeah, Starbucks too, man. They stole that from a black man in Seattle. His name was Buck Star. They just changed the name around to Starbucks. Yeah. They steal everything they get, man. Everything that they get, they'll stand up there with their chest stuck out dignified like they invented all this shit. But all this shit right here was built on the backs of black people, man. This is why they really like to keep us around. Because they know that as black men, this is why they keep black men in the position that they keep them in, because they know that, and they give black women all the jobs because they know that black women are nothing but consumers. They just want to shop, spend all their money on a bunch of bullshit that don't mean nothing. See, but they know the black man is totally different. What it takes a black woman 6 months to get, it only takes us 2 weeks to get. And the white man knows this. So he makes sure that he got to monitor our shit, and he's not going to give us a lot of nothing. Because he knows that he's seen our history has proven that we turn dust into empires. And every time he sees that example in somebody like Jay-Z or Diddy or somebody like that, He shuts the door on the rest of the people who's trying to come through that path because he never wanted to see them niggas get to that level. This is what we got to understand. Yeah. But back to the essence of the conversation, man. We have to start thinking about our youth, because our lives have basically been determined. But when you look at the youth, they are sitting idly around with nothing to do. And you know what they say about an idle mind? It becomes a devil's workshop. And these black parents ain't teaching their kids shit. They got the TV, the internet, and Netflix babysitting their kids. And the white man is putting all type of devilish shit on the TV. And then the Xbox games and all that shit. He ain't teaching them nothing but how to be the devil, indoctrinating their minds. And you wonder why these kids are growing up to be as evil and bad as they are? Because their subliminal is being raped by the TV, the internet, and all this old movie shit. And when the day that you walk into that school building with them racist white teachers and these old house niggas that got self-hate problems, you are dropping them off into the hands of their own enemies, man. You gotta be crazy to walk your children to that school building, a public school building, and think that your enemy is gonna educate them in the proper way, man. You gotta be a fucking total retard. Real talk. So the next time you bitches think, to try to look at me and talk about, look at my disposition, like you actually winning against a nigga, when I'm not even thinking about competing with you hoes, man. You can't. A lot of you niggas, I'm one of the intelligent spots in your race. A lot of these niggas can't even see me if they own a world full of Pearl Vision centers. And they know it. This is why every time they walk past me with their girl or they ride past me with their girl, they gotta say something smart about a nigga. Or they gotta say something degrading about a nigga, because they know that their girl is actually they get the vibration when they girl look at a nigga ain't walking around here crawling around, and the nigga spending his own money, and the nigga got his own internet, nigga paying his own bills, and the nigga ain't depending on no bitch like a lot of these niggas are. These niggas are actually depending on chicks to give them money and all that shit. This is why they think that they blocking on me, to try to keep me away from them. So when they catch that vibration that they girl really feeling a nigga, and they know they girl is. Because you know how I know that they know? Because these niggas, they help the feds and the police tap my internet activity. And they see when I go on these dating websites, if I send out 100 messages, nigga, I get 100 messages back. That's how deep my intellect goes, my nigga. That's how deep my intellect goes. These niggas gotta try all type of sabotage moves on a nigga, man. Every time I go on one of those dating websites, nigga, I could send out 10 messages and 10 girls come right back saying, "Oh, what's your name? Who are you?" And these niggas, the feds, even though the feds follow that shit up and tell them bitches, "Yo, don't fuck with that nigga." So I gotta, you're not really blocking a nigga from nothing. These niggas can't block me from nothing. These niggas can't even outthink me. They can't. This is why Chuck D said in his record that it takes a nation of millions to hold an intelligent black man back. And that's what it takes when they fucking with me. When a white man fucks with me, he gotta use my people against me. He gotta use his people. He gotta use Chinese people, Mexican, Puerto Rican niggas. He gotta use voodoo doctors, witchcraft, all type of niggas against a nigga to try to keep a nigga back. Because he knows better than black people know that I am one of the bright spots in this race. He knows that. This is why they try to keep intelligent black men away from their kids. And they'll keep the ignorant ass women around them to make sure that they develop those fucked up ways. This is why Whenever the white man walk by me with his girlfriend, he gotta say that. But the crazy part about it is when the girls, when you say something about a nigga, yo, you know what your girl is saying in her mind? Yo, y'all niggas is jealous of this nigga, man. I know it. So she ain't gonna say nothing. She put that shit in her mental Rolodex. So when you turn abusive, you on homo ass niggas turn abusive on them, she pull that shit out. She say, what about that nigga right there? That get in your ass. That's out thinking you niggas. Y'all niggas are jealous of that fool, man. These girls know that, man. These chicks know that they got way better intuitions than a man. And they sleeping in the same bed with you. So they know that you niggas are jealous. Cause they watching millions of niggas go against one nigga. So they say, damn, what is it about this nigga this nigga, because one thing you gotta understand about society, people do not kick dead dogs, man. They don't kick dead dogs. You don't hear these niggas talking about crackheads out there or dolphins that's out there crawling around. But wherever I go, nigga, I'm the hot topic in every nigga's living room. These niggas are always talking about a nigga. So you know what they girl in her mind, she's saying, yo, it's something about this nigga, man. I want to know. And the only reason why they not fucking with a nigga is because I won't let them. Or the only reason why they not fucking with them, nigga, because they scared of you niggas. A bunch of you niggas are rapo pedophile ass niggas who turn abusive on your chicks. You niggas ain't got no conversation. You can't hold an intelligent conversation, and neither can she. Most of these chicks that's dealing with you niggas, when they pick you niggas, it tells me right there that I don't want them. Because if I see them with niggas like these niggas, they ain't for me. Any bitch that's addicted to the nigga that'll drag her ass around, I don't need her. So I don't think that I'm out trying to fuck your girl, man. I'm trying to avoid bitches like that at all costs. Trust me. So while you niggas think that you blocking me, only thing you niggas are blocking me from is the hellfire. And I thank you for that. Real talk. Only thing you niggas are blocking me from is the hellfire. And you're propelling me into the hereafter. Real talk. All you bitches that's running around here jealous of a nigga, you ain't got nothing to be jealous about. You need to worry about that white man who's fucking over you. But I know that's another story, man. That's a whole nother video. But like I said, man, you niggas need to start thinking about the youth, man. Need to start thinking about the youth. Because a lot of these young kids out here, man, they sitting up, and by the time you bring them out the house to go to that school building, these black mothers done gave them all type of fucked up nasty habits and shit. And what they'll teach the kid a bunch of shit about their father. Your father wasn't shit. Your father wasn't doing this, wasn't doing that. But what happened? A lot of you kids out there that think that your father wasn't shit, you might want to go into the history and search for that nigga. And what you're going to find out is that a lot of these black chicks help the system cheat their kids out of a father. That's how sick and twisted these chicks are out here. Just to say that they won against a nigga, when it ain't even supposed to be a competition. This is what I'm trying to say. These bitches think that it's a competition. But nevertheless, that's just a little food for thought, man, for y'all to start thinking about, man. And with that being said, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena here at the Homeless Empire, and I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and whatever you do, if you can't remember anything about this video, remember this. Never fear the one who can lead you to the hellfire, but fear the one who can put you in it and leave you there. And be careful what type of media you listen to, whether it be the news, social media, or just somebody whispering in your ear, because it can have you hating the oppressed and loving those who are doing the oppressing. Peace. I'm out.